Hey ladies! I am on here to talk to you about color matching. I love all the excitement about the Flawless 4 or the Fab 5. I don't even think we got to setting powder yet, so we're jumping on to color matching. So I wanted to talk to you guys about how to decide what the best foundation concealer color is for you. And usually one of the best and easiest ways to do is to just look at a good picture in natural sunlight, and that'll help. But often, with women of fair skin tone, you've got less pigment. So it's a little bit more, hey Jennifer, it's a little bit harder to figure out what your skin tone is. And so we're gonna talk about determining your skin tone and skin undertone. Skin tone is pretty easy. That's deciding whether you're fair, light, medium, dark, deep. So that's relatively easy and self-explanatory. But undertone, what does that mean exactly? Undertone refers to the tint that your skin has. All skin has a natural tint to it. If you are like me, I have a warm or a yellow undertone. Other people often have a pink or cool undertone. And then there are a few who sort of are in between and have what we call a neutral undertone. Now, to determine this, I ask a few odd questions, and this is because it's often hard to tell, especially with lighter skin tone, what those undertones really are. So, one of the first questions I always ask is, do you burn easily, tan easily, or do you burn and then tan? Now, what I mean by that is in the summertime. If you're out in the sun, do you just burn easily? You straight up burn. If that's the case, you have a pink or cool undertone every time. Now, if you're like me, you get out in the sun and you tan easily. You get a lot of color and you don't really burn. Then you are a warm or yellow undertone. Sometimes people say olive. And then there is the burn and then tan. Now, with this question, you have to ask yourself, do I burn and then get a lot of color afterwards, or do I burn and then, get a smidgen of color because the burn finally goes away and obviously your skin has picked up a bit of color? Now, if you get a lot of color, then you may actually be a neutral undertone. Hey, Melinda. And so, if you burn and get just a little bit of color, you're still going to be a cool or pink undertone. Okay, so that's a great way to determine if you are fair-skinned, and that's great for light to medium skin tones to determine what your undertone is. Now, if you are of a medium undertone, dark undertone like me, another way to determine it is to look at your arm. Now, I'm going to take you a look at your arm. I'll look at this one. And not your wrist, but here on your forearm. And see if there's a good vein. I've got a decent one right here to look at. And then you want to look at this vein and look at the color. Is it bluish purple? Is it green? Or you seem to have a little bit of both? If it's bluish purple, you've got a pink undertone. Now my vein is pretty green, which again confirms that I have a warm undertone. So those are two great questions to ask yourself to determine your undertone. Now, another great way, like I mentioned before, is to just stand in front of a mirror, like I am kind of now, not in direct sunlight, but just have that natural light when you're makeup free. And that will really help determine what your undertones are. Snap a selfie if you're not sure and send it to me, comment below, or send me a private message, and I can help determine what your undertone is. So now, once you know what your undertone is, what do you do with that information? Now, all foundations out there, Unique included, all their foundation colors are gonna have tints to them, and they're gonna have these undertones: cool, warm, neutral. You might know this if you've ever bought foundation before and you apply it and it's the right shade, like it's the right skin tone for you, but it's a little too pink or a little too yellow. It's because the undertone is wrong. So what you do is you take your skin tone. Now I'm a medium dark skin tone, and your undertone, for me, that would be warm, and you use that to help narrow down your color options. So next you want to look at how to really narrow down that color matching. Where are you gonna match to? One of the biggest mistakes we make, hey Amy, one of the biggest mistakes we make is matching to our cheek or to our face. I know this sounds odd, but you actually want to match to your neck and your chest. And the reason why this is because as women, our hormones naturally make our faces redder. So with fairer skin tones, your lighter skin tones, we tend to always look pinker and redder in the face than we are. And so we always tend to go cooler than we might need to be. So by using your neck and your chest to match, you're gonna get a color that is truer to you. Because in the end, what do we wanna do? We wanna make sure that our face matches the rest of our body, not the other way around, right? We don't want to see that big separation. We want it all to blend. So what you want to do is to make sure that you match the colors to your neck and your chest. We're often less tanned there, so we have a better idea of what our color is, and we're less red, so we'll have a truer idea of what our undertone is. But again, I'm here to help you guys with the color matching. So I will, underneath the posts about foundation and concealer, post pictures of the different foundation colors that are available for you to help determine what your color is. But shoot me a message, send me a selfie without makeup in natural light, and we can help determine what the perfect color for you is. And that's with our liquid foundation, our concealer, the pressed powder, cream foundation, and then even our BB creams. The color names are a little bit different, but we can use the same method to determine matching for that. So if you guys have any questions, comment below, and definitely send me a message. Don't be afraid to send me a message, and we can help figure out those colors for you. If you have any other questions, comment below, but thank you so much for all the interaction. I love it. Keep asking questions, and I keep looking forward to chatting with you guys more over the next couple of days. Okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.